Advanced graphics. Gameplay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lee Petty, and I am the former project lead of RAD, and next to me is
Kevin Johnson, and I was the producer on RAD.
And thank you for tuning in to our RAD live stream where Kevin will forge the bowels of the unknown. And, well, that means he's going to be playing RAD. Tell us what you're going to do today, Kevin.
I'm going to be doing the daily challenge. It's a map that changes up every day, and today there happens to be a quirk on the daily challenge,
Yes.
which changes the rules. And today it's the Demade one.
Now, I've heard rumors are in the community that this quirk is impossible, that you cannot possibly beat the game with this quirk.
I've heard that too, and I'm going to look to dispel such rumors.
We're going to nuke that rumor. And so what makes this quirk particularly challenging is you don't mutate while playing this game. So you can acquire internal mutations, endo mutations, but your character will not get exo mutations, which is where a lot of the power curve of the game comes from.
Yep. So
Loading.
So between the fact that it's daily challenge and there's a time bonus if you finish levels quickly, and the fact that I don't mutate, my strategy is going to be a bit different than it normally is, in that I'm going to generally avoid combat.
Well, that is a tricky thing for a game that is based on combat.
It's true. So when you see me acting very non-heroically, it is.
You don't need to compensate, Kevin. We know it is. So it looks like you don't have anything too crazy going on in the weather. This is a fairly normal weather pattern, so no extra challenge there. It's just an unsightly green. And after 2 apocalypses, you wouldn't look pretty good. I mean, okay, so found the first respirator really quickly. That's good.
Yep.
Got a couple of slamthibians to deal with.
Oh, I want that. Let's see.
So now here's Kevin is deciding whether or not to go into the toxic goo to get the key. Oh, and he timed it just perfectly, so no damage. Well done. Activating the first respirator. Open your mouth, spill your laser forth.
Okay, I've got Droop coming out of the
Well,
the trail there.
You've got a good run going so far. So you're avoiding combat, generally speaking, when
Generally
possible.
speaking.
What are your feelings? I was going to ask, what are your feelings on interiors in these sort of daily challenges?
If you can go in quickly and get a internal mutation, I mean, those definitely help because, without any external mutations, this is kind of the only way you can boost yourself outside of, coming across particular items or artifacts. So,
Looks like you found a machine.
Yep.
Let's see what the Lords of Rad have gifted you. Random generated mutation and perception.
Perception.
This one's not super useful, right?
It could be okay. I mean, you know what? I do like it in World 2 because I tend to not see bear traps all the time, and now the bear traps will glow. So that will work out for me.
And trap chests can sometimes catch you, right? So this will help
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
true.
Okay. Oh.
There's the other one.
Now, also, my other pro tip here is if you're playing at home, to always hit those purple cacti. I call them cacti. They're more like some sort of, well, we won't really say what they evoke. But look, see, there's a key. The purple ones often have loot in them. Well, not too often, but sometimes. We don't want to encourage too much cactus destruction, but the purple ones, they're kind of bastards, so take them out. Look at that, you've already opened both gates for the first level. Making good time. All right. Avoiding the toxic goo. All right.
Oh.
So, I said you're not spending any money at Eli, huh? Just going right in. Get the time bonus.
Yep. Yeah, I like to maximize my score with the time bonus versus combat and.
Now, generally, if you're playing this game for speed in the daily challenge mode, I'm going to think that you could probably get through this whole game, assuming you don't die. I believe in you. You can probably get through the whole game in, let's say, 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, I've had some runs at about that length. Ooh, there we go. That helps. Oh, but I also had the Drew.
It's not too bad on these bosses here. It's got a couple of evolved mushroom and an alpha slamphibian left. You don't want to get mushroom stamped, as we say.
All right.
Oh, landed in the
right
toxic
in
goo.
that. That's a miss.
So I notice you roll a lot, Kevin.
I do. It's very useful.
Especially if you're playing with melee mutations or no mutations.
I'm not timing this right.
I'm distracting you with my needlessly probing questions. You can do it, Kevin.
There we go. That's
Do
better.
it. And you like the lunge attack quite a bit.
Yes.
And why do you like the lunge attack, Kevin?
It does double damage, and you know, if you get your timing right with your dodges, it allows you to keep your distance, especially against the bigger guys. Keeping your distance is a good thing.
So now you got an extra fire heart, and that's temporary. It takes it'll absorb 3 points of damage and then go away. So that might help you a little bit since you're not mutating on it. I noticed you chose the awesome arcade outfit glitch.
Yep.
All right.
The
The dark. Dark's not too bad. It's a little harder to see enemies and other details, but not too bad. And you've got an altar there.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything worth bringing back to it later.
Yeah, I mean the altars are, you know, a lot. You can ignore them, but there is some. There's a lot of different recipes when you sacrifice different things to them. You can get some very big benefits when you can't mutate. If you know what to put in its mouth.
Yes.
Lay it upon the radioactive tongue.
There we go.
There's Eli again. Let's see, he's got a range, which you don't care about.
Hot sauce could be worth. Oh, hey, look, that guy looks like he's gonna hang out in that toxic
Nice.
pool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
You
let
know,
him do that. Oh, no,
yeah,
no,
you
I
see,
got
you flinched. He's like, weakness. I smell your fear.
All right,
All right, what do we got going here?
let's see.
Couple amphibians, kilobyte. And interior, you're gonna go for another internal mutation.
Yeah, let's see if there is one. There's a shop.
The Cathode Raiders shop.
You know what?
Golf shoes.
Let's do golf shoes.
All right. So golf shoes make it so that when you jump on someone, you will actually deal some damage.
Yeah, which, you know, just giving myself more tools to work with.
There's nothing worse than being trampled by someone with a set of golf shoes on. And I mean that in every way. Let's see. So now you've got a permanent fire heart, which is great. Look at that. It also, makes it actually kind of easier to avoid combat because you get that little extra kick off the top of it, as opposed to just falling down, right?
Yeah. And nothing
Nice
here.
key.
But yeah, key, so that's good.
So when you're doing a run like this, when you're trying to get through the daily challenge for speed, what are you primarily saving your keys for? What are you thinking about?
The two big things for me are the chest in the boss rooms, and what's what we got here? Oh, a
Whoa.
Helm of the Home.
The Helm of Home Slice. Well, those names are good. I think Gabe named that one. So what is that? What is the Helm of Home Slice 2? What are these weird objects with little DNA symbols on them?
Well, by themselves, they do a whole lot of nothing.
Uh-huh.
But if I were mutating, which I am not, if I was holding the Helm of the Home Slice while I filled my RAD meter, it would guarantee that my mutation would be a Home Slice.
Home Slice. And the Home Slice, for those of you who don't know, is a little symbiont that sprouts out of your back and shoots enemies. And you can also pinch off your Home Slice and leave them like a turret on the ground and explode them as well. So he's got a lot of different uses. And he's cute. He's got this amazing voice that some brilliant actor did the sound effects for.
Oh boy. That was not good.
Yes.
Ah!
Oh
Oh boy.
no. Panic circle.
That was not good. It's all right. We're doing better now. We're doing better.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you got the third. Oh, so that's a second respirator, so you're still missing one after this. You do that. Oh, there's a key drop too. Look at that.
Floppy.
Yep.
Floppy. Yes, for those of you who are young in the audience, that is not a save icon. It's a floppy disk. Save icons were based on the floppy disk you see.
And if I was doing a normal run, I would go down there.
Yes, and
But
that that's an alpha arena as we call them,
Yeah.
right? And so the advantage of going into those, it's always optional. The advantage of going in there is that if you were to take an alpha out, you get another heart piece drop, right? So
yeah, and so there is benefit to it for sure in the daily challenge. But hey, since I'm here,
you're going to sacrifice the Helm of Home Slice. And Will, you're offering, yes, what did you get? What'd you get?
a mutation shot,
A mutation
which again
shot.
would give if I could mutate, which I cannot. So the game is not going to let me.
Can you sacrifice that?
I can. Let's see if it will. Kind of risking here and.
Oh, oh, what's it going to do?
Offering reject.
Ooh.
Oh, he rejected your offering. That tongue animation is lurid. I don't know who came up with that.
Let's see. All right.
It wasn't me. Probably Alex.
Probably Alex.
Probably Alex. Yeah, you never quite know what you're going to get out of. Well, you've got I know you have a few recipes memorized for
Yeah.
sacrificing things because there's a few hidden, super awesome bonuses that help out in the Demade one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, my favorite is the if you sacrifice a insulator shot, you can end up with a what do we call
So
it?
bat power.
No, that one is the one that warps you to. Why am I forgetting the name?
Yeah, I forget the name too. I just remember the dev name.
Yeah.
The thingamabob transcoderino. It's
Yeah.
like what is that thing? It's called the. It was a joke based on Back to the Future, right? It's like the flux capacitor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Flux Escapatron.
It's the flux escapatron.
that's
Yes.
what we called
I just
it.
remember the stupid origin.
Killer.
All right, now you're taking on the full boss, and it could be one of a few different bosses. We don't know
Yep.
because they're randomly sorted in pools. And okay, so you got Maxitar. That's right, because Minotaurs are not enough for this game.
No.
We did want to have the Min Maxitar, but we thought that was too wordy, like as a variant.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, I'm getting hit. Oh.
No, you rolled. Just in
Yep.
time, I think. Yeah, this guy's a little tricky without a ranged or an additional mutation. You're agile. You're honed. Like a gazelle of death, you strike. You can do it, Kevin. I'm your cheerleader. Which, you know, is a role reversal for Kevin because as a producer, he normally has to listen to our bullshit and go, yes, it's going to work out. It's great. You guys are doing such a good job. There we go. Look at that.
The fact-
Rolling between the green balls of doom.
Yeah, the fact that those home a little bit is, oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
They have animal magnetism.
See, the nice thing now, though, is that because I've been running around the arena and have my trail over, the speed boost is actually helping me a lot here.
Yeah, you know, that's actually probably another maybe obvious hint, but something we should mention is just that, you know, as your character moves through the world, they leave behind the happy trail. I don't think we have an official game name. That's what we called it on the team. And so that does a bunch of things, but one of the things it does is give you a speed buff when you're running on it. So that helps you, of course, retraverse the world when you're exploring, but in a boss arena, it can really help you maneuver around attacks. So,
That was good. That was a good time bonus.
Yeah.
293.
that was good. You're doing good. I believe in you, Kevin. We're going to do it. All right, so now that we're in World 2, your strategy switches up a bit, right? Now you're looking for, are you going to be looking for caves, do you think?
Maybe. I do.
Bomb shelters?
I do kind of like. Oh, hey, hot sauce. Take
Nice.
that. Hot sauce from a tree.
The hot sauce, which stands for heal over time sauce, will give you more health than a standard health potion, but it takes a little while. So if you're not about to die, it's a better option.
I don't want to be here.
Don't want to be there.
Let's see. Okay,
Watch out for the
there's.
bramble. Okay, power nodes. Not the fake power nodes. So in World 2, to get into these, all the respirators are located in the interiors. And to get into the interiors, you have to find the 3 matching color power nodes for each entrance to be able to go in there. So you see that as he activates those power nodes there, it's starting to unlock the interior. You got one left to find somewhere around here. They're usually pretty
There we
close. There
go.
they are.
Yep. And then.
And you see all that surrealistic, psychedelic shading on those things. That's his perception internal mutation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's telling me things that are dangerous that are not obviously dangerous. So,
Yeah.
like that turret will pop out, and then these are
Yeah.
those are guys hiding under. Well, actually,
Hello, Spaff. Spaff has just joined us from the sidelines. I don't even know if we're on camera, but Spaff is over there. So
all right.
that's right. Well, I'm glad I wore pants to this then. We're on camera. So, and it's totally optional.
I did not, which is why I'm not
Yeah.
on camera.
So,
Oh, hey,
never do.
there we
you never
go.
do. That's the advantage of being the community manager. So, and what do we have now? You have
A second fire.
fire shield. You've got double fire shield heart. That.
And
And then you're looking for, okay, now you're gonna have to do a mini boss fight. And you've got a couple of dank, what are those? I can't remember the name of those things anymore.
it's been so long.
I know, it's been so long, it's like 3 months.
Dank mollusks.
Mollusk, thank you, mollusk.
Oh.
Yes, dank mollusks. And you've got the fire dudes. You've got an evolved fire
Ember
dude.
snoots.
Ember snoots, oh man.
All right, yeah, these guys. Wow.
Yeah, and so the dank
Oh, no.
ones, the dank guys, the dank mollusks are a little nastier than the standard mollusks because they leave behind toxic trails, which Kevin just artfully landed in.
Yes.
It looked good though.
What you gotta do? You always gotta do it with style.
Yes. And now that you've defeated them, you may evoke the internal respirator. It's a line I use on all of my dates. And when you do that, I'm sorry. When you do that, it opens up and you get to teleport outside and you get to watch this little guy rise and shoot a laser from its mouth, power the gates to the next beyond.
Mouth.
But you have another one.
Laser.
As the handy
I
meter in
do.
the upper right indicates, you've done 1 of 2.
I just remember that was there, so let's go
It's
ahead
true.
and do that.
What other little secrets can we tell people about in World 2?
That I hate those guys and I don't want to be
Kevin
around
hates
them.
those guys. That's good. There's some bramble. Don't play with bramble.
See, there is a bear trap. See, I would
Yes.
hit that because I.
They are hard to see without perception. And
Yeah.
you made the bad guy run into
Yeah.
it.
That one too. Oh, we've got a.
Oh, you got an altar?
Another altar.
You could sacrifice hot sauce, I guess. Oh, that's pretty handy.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've got a merchant up here.
Yeah.
So this is a little outpost from a community known as the Transfigured.
Wow. Look at
And
it.
oh, well, they're all selling. Notice the chrome shading on these means they're the improved version of all these
They
artifacts.
are. Okay, so I could either get a super video rewinder, which would, or I could get super jumpy.
Holy shit, you're getting super jumpy because you've got golf shoes. Oh, you're going to have to replace your
I've
golf shoes.
replaced my golf shoes.
I know, but
though.
super jumpy is so much fun.
It is. You know what? I'm gonna do it.
Super jumpy. So high top pumps. Now you have a triple jump. So triple jump ground pounding.
Yep.
It's pretty good. And also, I will point out that Silvio on the programming side and I believe most of the animations on Miyuki, we have all these variant jump animations that only play if you do double and triple jumps that are like. No, Alex did some because I remember sending him a video of David Lee
Oh,
Roth
that's right, 'cause he
from
did
the
not
Yankee
know.
Rose song where he was doing like spandex splits and was like, we got to get one of these and they're in there somewhere. So, little important facts about the game.
Rad
snack. Was
snack.
that? Oh, that one. Now normally a rad snack would fill your rad meter faster so you mutate more, but since you cannot mutate,
I'm gonna take it over to this altar.
sacrifice it. All right.
And let's see what
Digest
we get.
this. You stoic artifact.
Oh,
what?
he did.
What?
I am not having good altar luck today.
You could try something else, I suppose, right? You can.
I could, but.
Now, what about? Do you want to get a little quest from that guy, or are we just too short on time?
Well, I normally would, but
Yeah. He marked a hatch though, so
going for time on the daily challenge.
we'll ignore him. Well, the Transfigured are very nice. They sell all sorts of weird things. They live in trees. You know, also, Kevin, a little secret is sometimes on top of those weird arch rocks there, you can get on top of them, which you can as a triple jump. They'll grow improved fruit.
Yeah.
Looks like that one did not, but that's That's a little hint there. And that improved fruit will let you throw fire bombs at people sometimes. So.
Oh. Yep.
Okay, so this is a mutation leveler, right? And
Can't do that.
can't do that. So it does nothing because you don't have exo mutations.
Yeah.
But this one, okay, now this one is a corrupt internal mutation machine. So are you going to roll the dice and maybe get a
let's
corrupt
see.
mutation?
Let's see, because you know what? Some of the better internal ones are here as well.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay,
Alright.
so you have higher crit frequency. That was worth it. Now you could have gotten a bummer mutation, which you know there are ways to get rid of them.
Oh jeez.
You got a couple mollusks. So these are not Dake mollusks though, because they're not emitting.
Oh,
There's a Dake mollusk, an evolved mushroom, and an ember snoot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you see in the red flash, your crit frequency has helped you. Look at that triple jump. Smashing with style. How's it going, Spaff?
Just gonna sit with
Hang out.
How's it going? So you're Demade, right?
I am definitely Oh,
He's
wow.
demade. He's making it look easy.
No, I'm not doing super good right now.
No, it's true. You should have your hot sauce.
I'm going to have the
Juicy.
Is this today's daily challenge?
It is.
Yeah.
Actually is.
This is the live today's daily challenge, and it's the hard one. It's the hardest one. It's the Demade. Oh, don't forget your money.
Oh, okay. I'll go back for it.
It's the hardest one, so we wanted to. Kevin wanted to do a weird flex on the internet. So this word is going to be like, we're
Like a kind of lap of honor. Like,
Yeah.
is that the deal?
basically. Yeah. Even on a bad day, Kevin is better than you. That's the message. That's the message we wanted to send. Oh, except for he just landed on something.
I did.
Has anybody sent you in proof that they've achieved anything, completed Demade?
Maybe.
Oh, there's an achievement for it, so.
So yeah, definitely some people have all the
We
achievements.
should
Oh, I want that. I want the
Double
money to
challenge
get
people
that.
to-
Let's see. I might come back out for
to
the
prove that they
insulator.
did it.
Yeah.
Insulator is super useful.
All right, so now you got another boss fight, and it's
Yeah.
just it shouldn't be too bad. Alpha, well, you know, it's a small arena, so. And you
Yeah,
just
it's a-
that is the mighty Volcanus that
Yes.
attacked. It was kind of off screen, so you didn't really see it, but it burned away your happy trail.
Yeah, but it also created a lot of fire that these guys had and actually took out those mollusks.
It's true. That's our message, though, right? Is the mighty Volcanus is more powerful than a happy trail.
All right.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Let's see if you can get it still. So there's the Volcanus again.
Yes.
But it's not
And
as
again-
effective now that it's burned away your happy trail.
Yeah. Again, not officially
No,
that,
the
but
mighty Volcanus. It's got to have mighty on it. We have a Volcactus in the game too. That's the fire cactus that you find.
yeah.
Do you think anybody will ever stop you, Lee, from these? That's horrendous and amazing puns.
You know,
So one thing I do
yes,
like is
yes.
see, the verticality.
Good taste sure as hell hasn't
basically,
stopped me.
no.
Sorry, Kevin.
Oh,
You're
I was just saying
playing the game.
the verticality that you get from the.
You could sacrifice that rad snack again outside.
I could. I'm not having good luck with the.
Right, but
But we'll see.
and you're only 10 short of being able to get the insulator.
Which I really want to do. There's a good. I'm in a good position for a time bonus, but the insulator is just so useful. That
Yeah. So you can always come back out into the world after defeating the boss, a fact that many players did not discover. And so why would you do that? Well, you know, if you get money or drops in there, like Kevin got this in the boss fight, he wanted to sacrifice it in hopes that he's going to get something amazing. And he got a diet health potion, which isn't amazing, but it's better than a rad snack that he cannot use.
Right.
Yeah.
So he can't get any mutations, but he does have like some extra hearts and
Yes.
and that kind of stuff. So he's not completely without help.
He has his charms about him. So now he's going into the cave.
I'm going into cave because caves are a good place to find money and keys, and if I can just find 10.
What happened? Am I
I'll just take
swearing?
another mic. I'll just lean over you here.
Oh yeah,
Lee.
you can just get uncomfortably close. This leg is open, Spaff. So we don't work together directly, so I can say that without it being creepy. And and yes, So you were hoping to find.
I'm hoping to find some money down here to get
Camden
those.
asks, has the word taint been said yet? Which of course now it has, but
You know, it's a puzzling thing, but I don't know that the name Taint appears in. No, it does appear in the game, legitimately. And that is, of course, I can't remember the name of the monster, but I can instantly recall how many times the word
Okay.
taint has been used. And that is, if there is meat on the ground, like you kill
that's
a
true.
monster,
Oh, there we
and
go.
meat falls
All right.
upon the ground, if it is exposed to a corrupt damage source before you pick it up, it becomes tainted meat. And if you then eat it, which you do by running over meat with your feet, right? Yes.
As one does.
As one does. Then you would actually take damage instead of benefiting from meat, because it's tainted meat. And Spaff, as a vegetarian, you can appreciate the subtext of my.
absolutely, yeah.
All right.
You got the insulator. So
I
you got
was
the
able to
insulator.
get the insulator, which is again super helpful. So here's some cooked meat.
So there's some cooked meat. Yeah. So that's the other thing is, if meat gets exposed to fire, it becomes cooked. But Kevin is so healthy he cannot eat meat. It's true.
All right, there we go. Still hit it with a decent time bonus.
All right. So was that 2-1 or 2-2?
That was 2-1.
2-1. Okay, so now it's probably the hardest level in the game. I would say, I mean, World 3 has its challenges, but World 2 too, you have to get 3 respirators. The bosses are usually pretty tough. Sometimes there can be inclement weather patterns. Right now you've been lucky. It's been a sunny day in World 2.
Yep.
The Hollow Forest has favored you. Oh, and look, there's some ceramic pottery and hippie art from the Transfigured. They have these little communes, these little
I break their things.
open relationship communes. We kind of don't really go into it in a lot of detail, but it's, you know, they're very, they're very happy. I mean, it's Apocalypse. What else are you gonna do? So now you could triple jump all the way out to that if you wanted. Look at you. I mean, I know. Don't be so brazen with your life.
You only get one of those.
Unless you bought a rewinder, but I convinced him to buy some chrome shoes instead. Yeah, that's why he's got triple jump. You see,
Yes, but
he's got the super pumps. All right, so now those little blue
oh, no.
tethered, those are protectors. So those are an antelope, as they're known, because they have
Yes.
brain lobes and look like antelopes. That was a Gabe special. So they actually will emit these little blue psychic lines and protect
man,
enemies.
I
So you
am
have to take
just
them out to attack
the,
the enemies.
Okay. Is Kevin's chief tactic here just to basically run away?
I'm avoiding combat a lot because the rads I get from defeating enemies don't really help me, so that was not good.
Don't speak.
Yeah. So it's a weird balance because so he's kind of running away from these for 2 reasons. One is to maximize his time bonus in the daily challenge, and the other one is, like he says, he's not interested in extracting rads from fallen enemies. So the motivation for attacking is less. However, they still do offer a lot of drops, health drops and keys and things. So there is a balance between, you probably don't necessarily want to ignore all of them.
Right.
And in this case, when you're in World 2 and you get into these respirator rooms, you do actually have to, you kind of get locked into these respirator rooms and you have to defeat them before you can activate this. So now his friendly body horse stomach vines will stimulate this thing to sprout into the world, adding a little love and life and flowers.
Aw, you're just a big hippie at
Okay,
heart.
and now,
I am.
now we've
I'm
got
a dirty hippie.
Now we've got a lightning storm. But I don't care because I have insulator. So
That's true. Yes, so insulator, wait, did you take, oh, you did take it, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So that means even if you are zapped by electricity, you laugh. You laugh in the face of Armageddon, Kevin. At least giggle.
But the nice thing with it too is that I can cause. See,
Yeah, you can kite enemies into it.
yeah, like right there, he took some damage from that. Ooh.
Nice. Cheddar, okay, back in. So going for
Cheddar.
the second. That was really one of the best moments of the voice recording, was just having these many pages of weird one-off words for the guy to read, Jarian
Monroe.
Monroe. So he's pro, amazing actor, and he said all these things with aplomb and panache. It was good.
Oh, that went to nowhere.
Looks like you got nothing. I mean, we know, inspired by the Winchester Mystery House, our Imperial General, sometimes it led stairways to nowhere.
Did you choose a special bat for this run, or do you?
No, daily challenge. So it's always the same.
Yeah, you just get the base spec. Okay, corrupt mutation machine, and you can tell because its head is slightly hollowed out and it's got sparks on it. So the question is, will he chance it?
Should I? I don't know if I should.
What would he be doing there?
So if he would get, you can evoke
Oh,
it
this
to
is
get an
sweet.
internal mutation.
It's
but
a
he just
freebie.
lucked out. So he lucked out. So every once in a while, these respirators don't have any combatants, and they're freebies. And they're just random, low chance, but he happened to get one.
Nice.
So, but the corrupt mutation machines, normally the ones in World 1 and some of them in World 2 are not corrupt, and they just always give you a benefit, that sort of endo mutation along the bottom. However, the corrupt ones have a chance of giving you a bummer mutation. And the bummer mutations do things like, slow you down, or they do a lot of things. So he's also in a fire lightning storm, firestorm.
Which
environment.
insulator does not work.
It does not work. So lightning strikes down, putting fire into the world.
So you've got no endo mutations or exo mutations or whatever.
He's got endo on the bottom, but no
Endo
exo.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what have we got lined up?
So he's got that first one is insulator, meaning he won't take damage from electrical sources. So
That's the storm.
well, if it's a lightning storm, it's fine, but the firestorm, you're out of luck. But it also means electric floors and things like that. And World 3 has a lot of electricity in it, a lot of lightning, so it actually is a good
That's a lucky
setup.
one.
Yeah, it is. He actually bought it. He saved his money and bought it. That second one there, that is an increased crit chance, which is helpful when you only have the bat, because it'll potentially give you more damage. The one after that is his permanent fire heart. You can see it's got a little bar above it, meaning he has two of them. So if you look at his health bar, he's got those two solid fire hearts. And they absorb fire damage only, and then they recharge.
Oh, nice.
And then that little eyeball is
So this was great because I have the triple jump, I can actually just get up here without having to go down into
through the
alpha
boss
pit.
arena. Yeah.
Oh, man. Hacks.
Yes. Hey, when you are the Demade one, you've got to use everything at your disposal.
That's right. And then, the last one is perception, which just causes that sort of psychedelic glow on damage sources, basically, enemies and traps and things. So this one's not corrupt.
So I'm
You know it's still
guaranteed-
corrupt because corrupt only has one eye. You can't trust one-eyed things.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Oh man.
So,
What every good father tells his daughter.
I don't know what that means, Beth. So,
Vampiric hits. This is nice.
yes.
This is one of
vampire
my
hits.
favorites because,
Who doesn't like vampires?
well, yeah.
And you're not the made of diamond skin type. You're the real type. Not
right
the I
there.
want to F you type, the I want to F you up type. I'm not, anyway, so basically it means that when you hit enemies, you have a chance of draining some of their health.
Yeah. Let's see. What's in here?
Oh, is that a triple tape deck?
I don't
Oh,
need
no, I think
tapes
you-
when I can jump.
No, but
I
Yeah.
definitely prefer the
yeah, I think so.
traversal advantage.
So Kevin had a hard choice to make there because he's got his artifact slot filled. Yes. And that one was another artifact of the same type, the green ones, which are the artifacts of the ancients. And to pick it up, he'd have to drop this one. Now we do have a second artifact type,
Okay,
the Menders,
seriously?
which are purple. But,
I just
yeah. Oh, well, they just sort of hit each other. They don't really damage each other, but they can knock each other about. It's like being in a mosh pit.
In a mosh pit for like a new metal band.
It's being in a mosh pit with a bunch of skinny kids. So they just kind of like knock you about a bit, but don't really hurt you.
Right.
Yeah. But in my childhood, it was not skinny kids. It was giant bikers in those mosh pits, and it was not. It was very
That's the
painful.
way it should be.
It was, yeah, I was really afraid for my life.
It's not a mosh pit unless that's true.
Unless you lose a tooth. Gain a scar, lose a tooth,
Break something.
break
lose
something. Yeah, all those are requirements. Meanwhile, Kevin's doing well. Yeah, so he's got that triple jump, which is great. I was talking about how amazing the triple jump animations are too. There's a lot of they kind of randomly branch when you do the second or third jump, and so there's some good glam rock ones we put in there.
It's fun seeing this game, this far deep in without any glitches. Oh,
Yeah.
well.
The big ones, yeah.
kind.
Take your health potion, Kevin.
yeah, I should.
Damn.
I'm about to go to the boss. So
Okay, he's gonna go to the boss. We didn't get now. Sometimes you'll stumble upon a cave that has a teleporter that lets you skip the boss. Oh, there's a bomb shelter. It could have a special chest worth investigating. Let's see.
Let's see.
Does it? Well, you got money. That's good. And you can see, yes, since TV and film folks are always taking jabs at video games, I decided to take a jab at them and their work. And so now we have a bunch of skeletons just rotted their brains and their bodies watching television pointlessly in the apocalypse. So,
Just staring.
even on a toilet.
And a toilet.
Yeah, we have a guy watching TV on a toilet, which is really probably what I would call the modern American dream. I think. But
Well, it used to be the phone in the toilet.
yeah,
Yeah.
the phones aren't interactive enough.
But you know, going to those hotels these days, still sometimes there's the phone next to
Yeah, I always feel like it's somehow catered to a social level of business guy that I'm not. Whenever I
Right.
stumble upon that.
Let's see what we got.
It's like
Oh,
you can't be
hey.
doing business 24/7.
The
so much
conjoined.
so.
Now we've got the conjoined, also known as the yin and yang of fidget spinners,
Oh,
right here.
yeah.
Yeah. So these, we have a few variants on the conjoined. Sometimes there's a big one, and then we've got these two smaller ones here. And these,
What's the difference between those two?
they're equal, but opposite.
Okay.
No, there's just two of them. So they're versus like sort of fighting one big one, which is sort of the standard boss. Oh, he just got a vampiric bite out of that guy.
I got two. So
got
now
two.
I'm back to full health.
Bitey vampires. And so it just means you kind of have to manage both of them. And there's some interesting tactics to use here because when they hit a certain damage threshold, they split open and become 3 entities. And the question is, when do you want to do it? Do you want to like split them all so you have like 6 things hopping around, or do you want to split one and take it down?
What are you gonna go for, Kevin?
I like to do it one at a time because
Yes.
once they once they split, each one of
Yes.
the split ones shoots 3 things at a time.
It
so
does, yeah.
There's if you split them both, there's a lot of projectiles going on.
Words to live by.
Yes.
No, some meat found in a nest on the floor of a boss arena. Of course, one eats it.
Yeah, I mean,
So you'll also notice that we've got a little environment storytelling here because the hindquarters of these split entities have cables and machine bits out of them, which is sort of speaking a little bit to the second civilization in this game, the Menders, who were genetic experiments and they manipulated a lot of the life on Earth, supposedly to fix it, but then the most pernicious mutations are a result of their tampering with Mother Nature. So
There's a lesson to be learned there.
there is.
Nature finds a way. All of that.
Yes, nature finds a way.
You can join together.
And also, yeah, you just wind up with cables out of your butt, so don't do it.
oh no.
Oh, you got bounced.
boy.
Bounced. Kevin, he's going for it. It's good. You only got one of the
Yeah, I gotta.
bone
I need them
left,
to
bone
not-
colored one
Yeah,
left.
I need them to not be so close
Charcoal
to each
and
other.
bone. That's how it, yeah.
There.
Yeah.
Your 2 favorite drawing implements, perhaps?
2 nicknames I had in high school.
Sounds like a detective duo.
Charcoal and bone? Yeah. It's true.
Vampiric hits have definitely been keeping me alive in this fight.
3 things I've been known to eat after drinking all night. I don't
Just what we just need to do, stomach pump.
3 things I've woken up
Get this
to.
charcoal down you.
Yes, that's right. What's this bone doing in my mouth?
There's got a lot of crit
Yes.
hits there. Which
Hard up.
very
You're gonna
useful.
go back to town.
Well, you can't in daily challenge.
Yeah, daily challenge. That's closed off because
See?
it's
Yeah. So we've got a teleporter plug
Yeah, it
there,
is.
so you can't go into it.
move forward. Always moving forward.
Always moving forward.
You're like a shark. He's like a shark of doom, just digesting the apocalypse.
So she has sort of a power glove on there.
Yeah.
Pretty funky.
Yeah, I think if we
you can
let me take a
pause your
quick
character.
There's
moment there. I can
Pac-Man.
see the-
Yeah. Look how happy that Pac-Man is.
Yeah.
I mean, why not march into certain doom
With a Pac-Man.
with a
on the
Pac-Man?
back.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's a good analogy.
She's
you know.
pretty rad, though. I have to say. Like, I would wear that outfit.
Yeah.
I would.
You look great.
I would.
I would like to see you.
Yeah. I think it's the earrings
Next live
I'd be
stream.
most excited about.
Yeah. Maybe not the belly shirt. I don't know.
Come on, you
The
can pull
old
it off.
shoes, that's
You can
always
pull it
the-
off.
Like, I'll work on my belly shirt bod. All right, so you can. So this is the Devoured Expanse World 3, and there's a lot of being flung about. And there are respirators in this one as well. So
Let's see.
and then we'll see if Kevin he can do it. Look how good he is. But it's kind of nerve-wracking.
Are you able to complete Demade? Or is it really
I mean,
just
I could, but I don't want to make Kevin feel bad. No, I'm not as good at this game as Kevin is.
Ooh, Apollo Pal.
Oh yeah, Paul at Pal.
I'm gonna save that.
Polyp Pal.
Polyp Pal. I love the Polyp Pal.
Yep.
I'm gonna save the Polyp Pal. Polyp
Yeah.
Pal is very useful.
I named that one when Gabe was out on vacation, and then he came back and he's like, "What the heck is the polyp? Who named that?" And I was like, "I had to get a polyp in the game somewhere." So a polyp pal is it's an egg that you buy. When you drop an egg, this grotesque manifestation of yourself grows, and it's like orange and scabby, and it's got little legs, and it has your head on it, and it follows you about and fights for you. Sort of like the babies that one can hatch if you have death row, but this one is disposable and tougher. It's a little bit bigger. So you can actually have a little family of death row babies and a couple polyp pals, and if you
so desire.
If you so desire. I would hope people would like to think of these as their new family, and I know I do.
This guy here.
So he's trapped. So in World 3 here, when you find these respirators, you get often trapped in these force bubbles, and don't sue me, Lucas. You get trapped in these shields of energy, and the protector. This one has a protector in it, and so the protector is emitting those sort of psychic things that prevent the other enemies from taking damage to you until you take the protector out. So network connection.
Oh no. All right. Well, my score won't get posted.
Okay. Well, we can still
That's
play.
okay. We
Are
can
we
still
still
play.
streaming? We're okay. So we lost a network connection somehow, and it wasn't because we got doxxed or something, or DDoS, or internet maligned because Kevin was doing so
It's
well.
probably Tim looking something up,
Yeah.
writing Psychonauts to look up something strange.
Right, firing up the GeoCities website. So these enemies, these are corrupt enemies, and so you can see they are emitting these kind of purplish, corrupt damage, and so it slows you down in addition to dealing damage, and also it will taint your meat. We were talking earlier about the tainted meat.
Thinking a lot about the tainted meat.
I mean, it is a reality of the apocalypse. And I like this type of enemy because they have all these dangly bits off of them, and those are just like little physics guys that bounce around all by themselves. And so, yeah, pretty good.
Extremely good colors happening in this world.
Yeah, they're not normal video game colors, I don't think so, but I like this color range. I think I remember a review saying that they were underwhelmed by the look of the third level, and it should have been more of a hellscape. And I was like, well, I don't know about you, but this looked like a hellscape to me. I guess the reviewer literally wanted people with devil horns and little.
Oh yeah?
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
There's different
You
kinds of
never know.
hellscapes.
There is true.
We've seen a lot.
We're
of
living in
video
one
games.
currently.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is a large floating porcine shape of a orange individual.
Just zooms
Yeah,
in
just-
on the streets of
Yeah.
London.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Kevin, one down, one to go. Respirator. So those cracked open meteor-like eggs, if you will, those are the source of. Wait, they won't give you corrupt mutations in this, will they?
no, because
No,
I don't
'cause you
have a
can't have
mutation
them.
to corrupt.
Yeah, so those would normally, if you stay in them too long, you take. Look at you skipping the flingers. They can pull away your good external mutations and give you bummer versions of them. But because Kevin is in this, it's a slight advantage, I guess. In this way, you can never get bummer mutations.
Is there a
That
challenge
does
where you can
nothing.
only get bummer mutations?
No, there is not.
You want that cruel?
I mean, we probably were. We just ran out of time. You could probably hop to that.
Probably
Triple
could.
jump to it. That'd be a big risk, though. Kevin's being cautious, as he should be. Somewhat cautious. And weather's been pretty fortunate. He hasn't had any bad weather. It's been-
It's just like some fog.
yeah.
It gets rained off.
I mean, the pink moisture weighs down upon his psyche. It was dreary out there, but it's just in Kevin's head.
All
That's
right,
very,
now the vampiric
color
hits
out
are
of space,
failing me.
HBO
Yes.
Lovecraft.
I'm not getting much in the way of
Nick Cage.
Yeah.
not getting much in the way of vampiric hits right
No, you're not.
now.
Yeah, health becomes increasingly rare as the levels go on, and of course,
Oh,
in
there's
the,
one.
You got a little bite.
Of course,
In
I
the-
got hit to get it, but
that one's down.
that's fine.
And you'll see there's more robotic entities in this because the third world is really a little bit more about the domain of the Minders. And they were basically, I mean, I don't want to spoil any endings for people, but let's say that they were terraforming the planet in a sort of way, maybe strip mining parts of it, and so this is sort of, this kind of, we call it the devoured expanse, this kind of leftover of some of their areas. So they,
There we go.
they had future technology. So there's some robots and things in this, not just mutants,
All
robots,
right.
and we actually have some mutated robots in this too.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Got some healing
Why not combine the
there.
two?
How does that work? Are they more like androids then? Are they cyber?
Well,
creatures?
I'd like to think inside each and every robot is some guts.
Is it just a little person inside?
Yeah, a little, well, not a sentient
Like in
person.
Men in Black.
Do I roll the dice on
No,
this
we were
one?
very careful to make sure you weren't like murdering sentient creatures in this game.
All right, I'm gonna roll the dice on this one.
Yeah, the SRB would not take kindly.
Well, I mean, I didn't really want it to be about
there it
genocide.
is.
Okay, so
Slow and
slow and steady. So that's a bummer mutation. You can tell because it's purple.
Okay.
Because purple's a bummer, I guess. And that means he's slowed down now. So he moves slower. It's harder to maneuver. He took the chance, hoping he'd get something good, and he did not.
I did not.
The gamble did not pay off.
No.
So World 3 can be challenging to find all the things you need in a timely fashion. So Kevin's kind of hopping around looking for that last respirator he needs. And some mutations, of course he doesn't have any, but some external mutations make this a little easier. Like if you had wings, you can kind of
Wings, yeah.
flap around. The triple jump he has gives him a little more leverage, but it still can be challenging to find them all. Dun, dun. Oh, you can do it, Kevin. There's one off where the boss gates are. There's one that you didn't take to the left there.
Yeah.
The mini map there is looking like a game of Kaplunk or.
Is that a British thing?
Kaplunk.
Would you like to come back to my place and play a game of Kaplunk?
Kaplunk, yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
I don't know what Kaplunk is, but it does. It's a dream catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
something like that.
All right.
All right, it's over
let's
here.
See what we got.
This will do it. This will do it. I believe in it or not. Who designed this level? You know what? The RNG designed this level, so screw that RNG.
I am going to take a moment to fight these
It
guys.
does look like
though,
Kerplunk. That looks like a bong too.
Yeah, Kaplunk is a bong with.
It's a bong with pixie
and
sticks.
It's filled with sticks, and you have to pull the sticks out, and then if the marble drops through.
Yeah,
I
Kerplunks.
think that's bad, but it might be good. I don't remember which way around it is.
It sounds like this was your game.
No vampiric hits at all
Obviously,
there,
please.
but
Yeah, don't let the marbles fall.
Don't let the marbles
So it's
fall.
bad if they.
Sound advice in any context.
Yeah, do not let the marbles fall.
oh man,
Where is it at, Kevin?
I
Okay.
don't know.
Oh wait, there is a. See where the yellow crosses over an island there? There is
Yeah,
a
let's see.
flinger there you did not take.
Yeah, let's.
On the opposite
on the
over
far side
there.
of this. I go so much slower now.
There it is. This will be the path to glory, Kevin. Path to glory. Yes, it is. And it's a non-shielded respirator.
And some healing. Yay. All right.
All right. Man. All right.
All right,
Now you just got to get back.
It really does make this thing easy. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna buy him a
Oh.
polyp pal though. Actually, I'm gonna. Do I have enough for both? I have enough for both. Yeah.
So you're going to heal and then get a polyp pal.
Nice.
Are you going to wait to use your polyp pal until you're in the boss fight?
Yeah. So let's see if I up there. There's the zigzag that you take.
Yes. And those little robots there, those are friendly robots. Those are a group, a community known as the Vestigial. So basically any sentient being in this game is friendly. They might have slightly different goals or perceptions than you, but they're not out to kill you. And so the Vestigial are these sort of leftover hybrid robotic entities. They're left over from the time of the Menders, and their memories are incomplete. And so they just want to understand everything. So they're just trying to acquire data, and so they trade and sell stuff with you. And if you hit them with your bat, they have funny things to say. It doesn't hurt them.
Well, this is one of my least
Oh, they just
favorite
laugh at you?
Well,
fights.
I don't want to spoil it. All right. So he dropped his polyp pal. There's his polyp. Look at that polyp. Kevin dropped a polyp. The polyp is helping. The polyp is taking some damage there, not being super effective, but the polyp is distracting them.
Yeah, that is useful.
So these are the introduction of mutines, as we call them. So they're kind of like, the rest of the game you wind up just seeing these kind of crazy animalistic creatures, but And they're a little hard to make out in this arena, but if you look closer at them, they're kind of teens just like you, but they've been like grossly mutated. And so there's this little implication that like, because in the game you're just playing a different teen every run, and so you're sort of like meat to the grinder for these other people in the town in some ways, right? And that's part of what the game's about. And then this might be a terrible fate, maybe some of them have met. They've become muteens. Yeah, I know. Tragic.
All right, so I used a little bit of that was a little inside baseball on what I did there. That I kited them over to that heart, knowing that in the mutation moment there's a bit of a pause, so I could go in and score some free hits.
Yes, that is super inside knowledge. So that pause happens whenever you receive any sort of internal mutation or heart or external mutation, and it kind of pauses enemies and does a little kickback on them. So if you're extremely clever like Kevin, you can use it to your advantage.
It's called cheating.
Oh, less. That one came down to.
I will be right back to continue the stream. I need to drink less tea next time. I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
It's okay. What are we going to talk about
So we
while
got
he's out of the room?
Lightning storm. Well, I'm going to focus on not dying because I'm here. I'm at the end. This is 3-2. If I can.
This is the final level?
Before the final boss, yeah.
Okay.
So if I can keep my focus.
Don't let me distract you. Oh my god.
Oh my.
Being here without wings is crazy. That's the only time I've ever made any
Okay, well,
success here. You got this. Let's see if there's any questions in the chat. If you're watching this and you'd like to know anything, just fire some questions away. Especially if they're distracting. If there's any really good distraction.
yeah, it'd be really good for me
Sometimes
to.
questions are good like that because they put you in a zone, where you're just, you don't need to be paying attention anymore.
All right, so I am just gonna try to find these respirators. I'm gonna definitely not be engaging in any more combat than I need to, especially being slow and steady.
Oh yeah. I've heard that slow and steady wins the race though, so I think you're going to be okay.
Well, slow and steady also gets you exploded in our game, so. This was not a useful place to come.
This is
It's
dead
not
end.
helping me. Well, there's another flinger. I see a respirator up over there, but I'm not entirely sure how to get to it.
Designing for all these independent little areas must have been crazy.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of considerations to make, I think. Okay, I think that's... All right, so that's the boss gate. Could go there.
Thank you, darling.
Tiny microphone belt.
Excuse me. It does its
Oh,
job.
perfect. This is perfect.
Sylvia says that you can ground pound mid-flame if you want to risk that shortcut.
Yes.
I could, but I'm really just gonna get this
Silvio.
juice cleanse.
Silvio is a programmer on the project, responsible for many things, including the flings.
And
Chad worked on some as well. Everyone, everyone works on everything.
I don't have
when you
enough
work
for
on
a
a small team,
pow or a hot sauce.
we all hold hands.
Oh man.
Chant.
Chant, summon.
Strange face.
But I'm at least back to
Yeah.
full speed.
Oh, how did you do that?
I bought a juice cleanse from Eli,
Very nice.
which gets rid of a bummer mutation
Yeah.
if you happen to have one.
As one of the ways that you can rid yourself of
Bummers.
bummer mutation, just a little juice.
Yeah.
Final world
Yep.
before the boss, the final boss. Kevin's doing well. He needs a little more health though. Okay, got a freebie here. No.
Nope.
I thought for a moment.
Nope. But I'm just gonna be fast and get out.
Yes, well done. Oh, look at that, and another respirator with a lot of friends.
This one has a lot of friends.
No, it doesn't say don't be defeatist.
There's got to be a bit of drama, It can't
Yes.
just be like,
Can he do it?
it can't just be a certainty.
Yeah, I mean, even
There's a mutine.
there's a
here, too.
mutine.
This is not good.
Find the boss.
There you go.
He activate the respirator.
He's got to take out that protector first. Antelope. He did. Yep, Antelope has been disposed of. Lightning's out, but he's got Insulator.
I have Insulator, so I'd be more interested in getting them around where the lightning's going to be.
That triple jump really helping you there. There you go. Lightning, lightning. Yeah. Looked like it was going to land. Did it not land? Yeah, see that he's doing ground pound a lot, which is helping dodge some of their attacks. He does.
Well, yeah, because I won't have enough time to actually activate.
Yeah. So normally, what you can always activate it without deactivate it rather without killing them, but it's very difficult to do and usually take some hits.
Not worth it.
No. So he got some meat before it became tainted by the corruption. Yeah.
You caught it midair.
Well, he just was there. He was there to catch it.
3-second rule.
It's basically like his jaw was on the ground when it fell out of the mutant. Yeah.
A little bit in there.
Yes, it's true. Is he gonna open that one? Oh, what is that? That is what you want. Except that you never mutate, but it doesn't it count when you get an extra heart though? You might as well pick it up though.
Yeah.
So it's a Minder artifact. See, it's filled his purple slot, and that one normally is whenever you mutate, you heal, which would be helpful, except that he doesn't really mutate much. Yeah. But internal mutation would count. But I don't think there's any mutation. No, there's sometimes internal mutations upstairs, up in the air in this.
Yeah.
That was a lore statue, but we're not here to listen to story. This is a daily challenge. Greater things are afoot than story.
No.
He could do it.
I probably could. I'm not going to.
You disappointed Silvio. I can hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
Oh, see, there's a mutine nest. See, it's got like teen shirts and hats laid upon the ground. I think there's
nest.
Yeah.
Feel like in Lost Boys.
Oh, here's the last one.
Vampire nest there.
Yeah, we do have a few Lost Boys references in this game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do. I'm not going to spoil anything.
All right. So if I'm lucky, I'll be able to score some vampiric hits and heal up a bit before the final boss.
And you might ask yourself, how is it that a vampire can extract health from a flying robot? And I would say, ask what?
Well, you should probably refer to the original texts. You know, I'm sure that was accounted for by Gramps.
Oh, there's one.
See?
And then I took a hit
yeah.
afterwards.
Well, it's because they're filled with goo.
Okay.
The Minders had weird biotech stuff going on underneath. Well, sure.
Goop.
Goop.
Okay. Goop. Thing that powers most robots.
Goop. Yep.
And also.
Okay, he's done all the respirators, and he's going to go to the final boss with not a lot of health.
Nope. But
right.
you know what? You do what you got to do.
Let's see if he can do it. So, Demade won. Play through the whole game at the final boss in the daily challenge, live. Kevin Johnson versus
The
floating skull
Colossus.
head, the Colossus.
Hello, matey.
Brush your teeth, kids. See, he's got bone teeth on his metal skull. So there's another. You know, I mean, despite their tyrannical inclinations, the Minders did believe in dental care for all, and you can see that by how nice his teeth are. Maybe a little bit brown, but it's been a few hundred years.
Yeah.
You know.
So he's just waking up for the first time in 20 years?
Well, you know, he's taking a siesta.
This doesn't look good.
Nope.
Oh. Yeah, when he shields like that and does his little Pac-Man chomp, you have to wait it out. You can't damage him. Oh.
This is what Pac-Man actually looks like close up.
It's true. This is what's under his yellow skin. If you peeled his skin,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like if Pac-Man got like a super bad sunburn, it just looked like this. He also has a crystal mohawk, I'll point out. A
That's
crystal
pretty
stone
badass.
mohawk.
Pretty heavy too. Right?
Well, I mean, he is a robot. He's an artificial life form. Spooky
Pac-Man.
sound.
Is that a Camden smash?
Ah.
Yeah. I don't, I never ask Camden exactly where he gets a lot of his sounds from, because whenever he tells me, I don't even really understand it still. He's like, yeah, I reverse flanged a quarter pedal.
Like, I spent all night summoning beasts from the nether realm to capture their sounds, and then banishing them.
All I know is that he will not put a Wilhelm scream in the game. That's all I know.
Oh.
He will not.
That offends him.
It really does.
I mean, it offends every sound designer, which is why it's incumbent upon you to mention it. So, yeah, watch out for the mouth laser. Words to live by.
Watch out for the mouth laser, honey.
People often ask me what it's like to pitch games to publishers. This is it. It's like a big chomping head with a mouth laser. Yeah, right there.
You're like, this is the bit you have to have in order to have the stuff about the tainted meat.
Yes. Yes.
Polyps and stuff.
Yes. Exactly.
This is a trade-off.
Yeah, he's done pretty well. So you notice that you've got to jump these force waves of damage. He's got a spinning laser. He's got the chomping mouth. You've got these annoying turrets hanging off to the side, needling you.
And I've not gotten much in the way.
Recorded Willem scream using Jeff.
That'd be a Jefflin screen.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jeff is at 18. It's been at Double Fine 18 years today.
He just did it.
What? He just beat the final boss.
I just did it with a jump kick.
Oh my God! With a jump kick. That's the best way to defeat a final boss. And now, so if you beat the daily challenge, you get a special ending just for daily challenges that isn't part of the main storyline. So you get a little, just a little tiny reward that you get for that, in addition to climbing to the top of the leaderboard. Well, not Kevin, because we had an internet problem.
Well, maybe it's back now.
The internet feared his prowess. Dry run. See, that's the name. Look at a little story thing here.
The child shows promise, but the time has come for their real quest to begin.
Oh.
Perhaps this time their sacrifice will be the one that makes a difference.
Perhaps.
Probably not.
Well, yeah, you probably just...
You can never make boomers happy.
They go 3007 though.
3007.
That's pretty good. Well, Kevin, 59 minutes. Not your best time.
Best time.
But a good time.
Yeah.
A good time and some profoundly good playing.
That's exceptional.
Thank you for delighting us with your skills.
I'm glad I didn't die, because the whole point was show you can do it, and then if you die, then the internet would have that on me.
If anyone out there watching thinks they can do better than Kevin, let us know. Send us your score of today's challenge. Maybe we'll
or
find
if your
something
internet
nice
doesn't
to
cut
send
out,
in.
you'll actually post to the leaderboard.
Yeah, then we can check. We'll check it out later. See if anyone's radder than you.
Yes.
It's probably not possible. We shall see.
Oh, is that the end of our...
I think so. We want to do a few more of these things a little more frequently than we have. We kind of got caught up in the holidays and everything, and other things afoot. But it'd be fun to do more, and we could get some different folks from the team in, and try a few of the other unusual quirks and daily challenges, or even just play through some of the single-player game and maybe we show some of the secrets and tips, because we've got a lot of
great.
I'm actually excited to show off the unstable quirk. That's one of my favorite ones.
You want to describe that one?
So once you get exomutations, if you have the unstable quirk, anytime you take damage, it will change out one of your exomutations for a random different one.
Yeah.
So
the character's just constantly unstable and switching their appearance. And
Yep.
Yeah, it's good fun. Yeah, that'd be a fun one to show off.
Someone in the chat was asking about the soundtrack and when it will be available, and we still don't know, but we're hopeful that will appear at some point.
Yeah, I would say we're going to have some news on the horizon. Closer than the horizon. I don't have an exact unit of measurement. Even then, I wouldn't be sure if I should express that in metric or the king system, whatever that's called. Imperial.
Well, yeah,
It's your fault, somehow.
We got I don't know what I'm supposed to use anymore, because Brexit. You're probably going to have to go back to the Dark Ages system.
Measure things in peasants' shanks or something. That's 4 peasant shanks long. I don't know.
Can't measure this thing. Get me some more peasant shanks.
Yeah, that's right. It could happen.
That seems incredibly likely. All right, then.
All right.
Well, sign off.
Thanks for tuning in.
yeah, thanks everybody.
Bye.
See you next time.